Hey guys, this is my first video of the year, so Happy New Year. I can't believe 2018 is here already. It's 2017 went by very quick. I have a cold, so bear with me. And I don't really have a voice right now, but I have seen this video going around BookTube of their best and worst books of 2017. So that's the video I'm going to be doing today. A lot of people do the whole spiel, but I am not attacking any authors. Some of these books I gave like 2 or 3 stars because I thought that, or 1 depending on the book, I thought that they were like the 3 to 1 star books were like my worst, but they were okay. I'm not attacking any authors. I've read a lot of authors. And a lot of the authors I've read I've absolutely loved. And some were just not my taste. And I just thought that they were okay. So let's just get right into this video. I'm not going to do any synopsises for these books because I don't have a voice right now, so I can't really talk. And I need to rest my voice, so I don't want to talk for as long as I need to, because I'm going on vacation in 2 weeks. So and I'm seeing friends and family, so I need a voice in order to communicate with them while I'm on vacation. So let's just dive right into this, and I'm going to start with my worst. Two are in front of me because I have physical copies of them. I picked out my top 5 worst and my top 5 favorite. I have 2 of my worst with me because I have physical copies of them, and the other 3 I don't, because I got them from the library. Or I got it from the library, or I read it on my Kindle or my phone. So let's just dive right in. So let's just dive right in. So I'm not here forever, and I don't have to talk that much. The first book is for my worst is Cinder by Marissa Meyer. I gave this book, I think 3 stars. I gave this book 2 stars. Now, I like Marissa Meyer. I have another book by her that I have not read yet, but I like her writing style. I think her writing style is really good, but I just didn't like this book. This book it took me a while to get into it and read it. And then the second is that it was just an okay read. It was just an okay read for me. I might continue with the series. I haven't decided yet. I'm currently reading something else, and I have a lot of books to read this month before I go on vacation. Some I just bought, so I will bring them on the plane with me. But now I'm getting off track now. Sorry, but this book I just thought was okay. It was all over. To me, it was kind of all over the place. It went on with like book 1, book 2, book 3, book 4, instead of part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, part 5, stuff like that. It did like book 1, book 2, book 3, book 4, book 5, and I didn't really understand that part, so that was just a little bit confusing, and I just thought this book was okay. The next book is Glow by Amy Kathleen Ryan. It's part of the Sky Chaser series. I thought I gave this book I gave this book 1 star. 1 out of 5 stars. I thought it was. I really thought it was okay. This book was okay for me. I gave the second one 2 out of 5 stars, and I gave the third one 3 out of 5 stars. Overall, the series was just like a 3. Counting all 3 of the books in the series, this book series was like a 3 out of 5 star read for me. I just didn't like this book a lot at all. I thought this book was okay. It was boring at times, and it was very slow paced. So I couldn't get into this as much as I would like to. But I like this author's writing style. But the series was just like okay, and it really didn't have my attention because I was like distracted as I was reading this, and it took me and I was in a reading slump for a little bit after I read this, but I read a couple library books and I took a break from the series, and that really got me out of my reading slump to finish reading the series. So I just thought this book was like a 1-star read for me. The next one is The Way We Bury Our Souls by Willa Strayhorn. I gave this book 1 out of 5 stars. I thought it was I liked it, but the premise around it was kind of like been there, done that in a way. So to me, I just couldn't really get into it as much as I would have liked because I really had a lot of high hope for that. I got it out of the library. So that's why I don't have the physical book with me. But I had a lot of high hopes for this book, and it really disappointed me, and I was really sad that I didn't like it as much as I did. The next book is My Not So Perfect Life by Sophie Kinsella. I gave this book 1 out of 5 stars. To me, this book was just all over the place. It took me a while to get into it. And once I got into it, I thought it dragged out longer than it needed to. It was like 400 pages. I didn't think it needed to be 400 pages. And it just went on longer than it should have. And instead of having it be 400 pages, I think it should have been like 200 to 300 pages. And I have another book by Sophie Kinsella that got turned into a movie called Confessions of a Shopaholic. So I like Sophie Kinsella's books. I have read maybe I think one other, but I can't think of the name of it off the top of my head. But I like her. I just didn't like this. I like Sophie Kinsella. I just didn't like this book. So, and I am going to read Confessions of a Shopaholic when I get to it. But, I'm going to get around to it pretty soon, I hope. But I like Sophie Kinsella, but I just don't think that this was a book for me. The next one is The Girl in Converse Shoes by Yaritza Garcia. I also gave this book 1 out of 5 stars. This, to me, really didn't need to be a book at all. It was 10 pages, so that's not really a book. I read it on my phone. I read in like 2 minutes. I literally, honestly read it in like 2 minutes. I didn't think it needed to be a book if it was 10 pages. It was more like, it wasn't really a book. It was more like short stories, but I just don't think it needed. So it was a book, but it was also short stories. So I really don't think it needed to be. I didn't understand what was going on because it was 10 pages. It was all over the place. And I just really didn't think this needed to be a book and just have it be like an actual. And I just didn't need this to be a book. And it just ended really fast. It made no sense. It made no sense, and I just kind of thought it was horrible because it was a book. It was a 10-page book, and it was short stories. So I feel like it could have been a great book if it was longer than 10 pages. And I think I would have really enjoyed it a lot more if it was more than 10 pages, and I probably would have given it a higher rating if it wasn't 10 pages, but it was 10 pages. I didn't understand any of it. I thought the premise around it was not that great. I thought it was. To me personally, didn't think this needed to be a book because it was 10 pages. The next book, now onto my favorites. The first book is No Good Deed by I am going to butcher this so badly. By Glody Moldavetsky. I'm pretty sure I did butcher this, so I'm so sorry. I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars. I thought this book was amazing. I'm not going to get into the premise of it because it's been around BookTube, and I'm sure a lot of people know what the premise of it is. But I'm not going to get into the premise of it because, like I said, I do not have a voice, and I need to rest my voice, and I need my voice in order to communicate while I'm on vacation because I'm seeing friends and family, and I don't want to use my phone to have a conversation with somebody. Anyway, but I absolutely loved this book. It was 5 out of 5 stars. It was very, very good. It was very fast-paced, which is good. I read, when books are fast-paced, I read them absolutely quicker. I just thought that this book was very, very good, and it was very fast-paced, and I enjoyed it, and it kept my attention the whole way through. The next book is A Whole New Model by Ashley Graham. Another book I gave 5 out of 5 stars. I read this on my Kindle. And before I read it, I saw a physical copy of it at a bookstore near my house for $7. So I knew I wanted to read it, and I knew I was going to like it. So I had to buy a physical copy of it. I could not, for $7. I can't not buy a hardcover physical book, but I cannot buy it. I cannot buy a physical copy of this book, but this book was amazing. 5 out of 5 stars. I love Ashley Graham. I thought this book was very good. You really should check it out and pick it up. But I really thought that it was very, very, very good. The next book is Fury by Elizabeth Miles. It's a 3-book series. I absolutely loved this series so much. I gave this one 4 out of 5 stars, I believe. Yes, I gave 4 out of 5 stars. This is the first book. There are 3 books. I'm not doing all 3 because that's going to take forever. But I gave this one 4 out of 5 stars. I gave the second one 4 out of 5 stars. And I gave the third one 5 out of 5 stars. I really, really liked this series. This kept my attention. It was fast-paced. It was very good. I definitely will read more books by this author in the future. So this series, all 3 books together, I'm going to rate this series. Even though I gave this book 5 out of 5 stars, I'm going to rate the whole series of 5 out of 5 stars. I thought this series was very good. The next one I read was The People We Hate at the Wedding by Grant Ginder. I also gave that one 5 out of 5 stars. I thought that one was... I don't have a physical copy of it on me right now because I got it out of the library, but I ordered a box from Book Outlet, so check out that. So look out for that book haul. And I ordered that book in that box, so that's going to be in my Book Outlet haul, and the book will be in my Book Outlet haul, so look out for that. I thought this book was fantastic. It was a novel. It was funny. I liked it more than I thought I was going to. I thought this was going to be like a 3-star read for me. I am extremely shocked at how much I like this book. I'm shocked I gave it 5 out of 5 stars. This book was very, very funny, and I absolutely enjoyed it. The next book is Wonder Woman by Leigh Bardugo. I think, it's called Wonder Woman Warbringer or Bringer. I don't know the exact word. It's War Barrier, I think. Or Warbringer. I don't know that part of it off the top of my head. But this, again, I gave 5 out of 5 stars. I absolutely love Wonder Woman. So I knew I was going to love this book. 5 out of 5 stars. I absolutely enjoyed it. And I don't have the physical copy of that book with me either because I also got that at the library. But I am going to order a physical copy of it. I don't know when because I am going on vacation soon. So I need to save my money for when I'm on vacation. But I will buy a physical copy of that book. But yeah, those were my favorite and worst books that I read of 2017. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Let me know down in the comments what your worst books and what your favorite books of 2017 were. Again, I'm not attacking any authors. I'm not criticizing any authors. A lot of these authors I loved, and some of these authors, a lot of the writing style for the books that I read, I loved. And I loved the author. I had some of these books, I have other books by some of these authors, but I just thought that the books for me, some of them were just not my taste, and I thought that they were just okay, but I'm not attacking any author. I love a lot of the authors I read. Some of these were just not my taste, and I wasn't that interested in them. But anyway, like I said, thank you so much for watching. I look out for my Book Outlet haul. That should be coming soon. I don't know when, maybe next week, week after, probably right before I leave for vacation. If I get around to, because the next couple weeks are going to be, the next 2 weeks are going to be busy, because then after that I leave for vacation for a week. So, yeah, I'm definitely going to do my Book Outlet haul, but I don't know when I'm going to have it up and uploaded and everything, but just look out for that. Let me know down in the comments like I said before, let me know down in the comments what your favorite books of 2017 and your worst favorite books of 2017 were. I would love to know. And thank you guys so much for watching. I will see you soon in my next video soon. Goodbye.